while we are waiting, probably you could send in the chat where you're from, country, city, and do you have experience building AI agents, or it will be like your first experience? Really, really cool to know.
Guys, let us know from where you are. What are you doing? What's your domain? Your experience with AI. We're gonna discuss today from scratch, from the basic stuff to the more deeper stuff about building this technology that came to us. So let's engage with each other. Miami, wonderful.
Yeah, we have Africa, United States. I'm from Europe. Dimitris is from Greece. Yeah, what other is India? Where to go? Harrington. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we have already talked with him. Okay, looking at, I will probably slowly start our workshop, our presentation. As soon as somebody will join, it will go. If not, we will send the recording and all the presentations after the workshop. I'm so pleased to have Dimitris as our guest speaker because he's huge expert in educating people, professionals, and corporate teams uh, on how to implement AI automations and AI agents to their business processes with a big focus on sales and marketing automation. And I'm head of AI agents implementation from Latenode. Let me tell you a couple of words about Latenode. We are an all-in-one platform to build automation workflows and pipelines and build AI agents or multiple AI agents. For AI agents, we have inbuilt rack. We have released it recently. You definitely have to try. We have a special AI assistant that actually helps you creating your workflows. We also have a code assistant, so it's possible to customize your pipeline if some inbuilt integrations are not enough and you want to make something special. You can also you custom code node to modify your pipeline and make it even more powerful, I would say. I will quickly go through the ready-made AI agents that were already built on Latenode, and you can actually start using it. After the webinar, I will share this presentation, and you will be able to download the free blueprint and use it for your own process. So, for example, we have an AI sales manager who makes cold outreach via LinkedIn or email and puts all the information about outreach process in your CRM. Or we have built an AI support manager. It's like your number one teammate who works on weekends and during nights and can be much more cost effective than any out of the box solutions like Infocom in our use case. But you will be able to click on this button and you will see the full description and the blueprint. We also have a Latent Hacker. It's my favorite tool if you are a founder or if you want to be a thought leader on LinkedIn and you don't have time to create a lot of bots or comments or grow your network, you definitely have to use this AI agent that will do all the job for you. Definitely have to try it. And we also have a special SEO AI agent that can generate up to 500 highly ranked articles to grow your website and bring you more traffic. These are just some examples to give you a clue, like what it's possible to build on Latenode and what kind of AI agents are possible to build. But today we will speak about CRM enrichment and how to automate CRM enrichment using AI agents. So, Dimitris, all hands to you.
Thanks, Anna. Hey, everybody. It's a great pleasure for being here today. Today, we're going to talk mostly about what is an AI agent and how we can use it and how we can build one on Latenode so it can save us time and money. So I will start sharing my screen. So again, a quick presentation, and then we open immediately the Latenode to show you a real case right now. We prepared the case study, a simple one, for today's presentation. And of course, if you have time at the end of the session, you can drop a question, we can drop a thought about working on your AI agent. And of course, we can spend some time showing how we can build it alive together. It will be a pleasure. So today we're gonna see how we can use an AI agent to enrich our data. The purpose is, in the case where we run a campaign on social media, let's say, where we collect leads in our system, all those contacts, our emails and names most probably, and I don't know, other details we may ask on our form. All of these details are coming into our CRM. They are not converted clients, they are counted as leads. But before we do the next action to communicate to them, we would like to know more about these people. All right, so this is about the enrichment stuff. A few things about me. I'm Dimitris Boudis. I live in Greece and I'm founder of Three Nuggets Consulting Agency. What I do is one-to-one co-building consulting sessions, which means we build together the solution you need for your business in order to solve all your tech challenges. We bring the right AI tools, low-code tools, in order to let your team scale up as soon as possible. We work together in order to have the fast deliverability. And let's get started with the tools we use. I've already showed that someone in the chat in the room right now is using Python, all right? What we do with low-code tools, of course, it can be done with coding. But the thing of using low-code tools is that we have four important pros. The first thing is ownability, which means that everyone, no matter their tech background, can go and use it. So everyone can go and build a workflow, automating a process, saving time and money for the business. An account manager, a HR manager, everyone in the team. It's the visual designing, the visual development way, so we can use it in an easy way. The thing is that whenever it has any issue or whenever we want to improve this automation or our scenario, we can do it by ourselves. We don't have any external addiction to external partners. So this is the ownability stuff. The second, very important, is the fast deliverability, which means that we can deploy the solutions in hours instead of months, because usually the experience of most of the teams is that they send tickets to IT department. IT department has to schedule it, all their task management, to prioritize it, take into account all the rest of the workload, and then go back with questions and back and forth communication for the final deliverable. Now, with the low-code platform, we just need a user who can be familiar with the interface and go and build it. The third, very important, is the cost effectiveness. All those tools work in a low cost per run for us, and they bring a huge list of tools on our list. So we can select the tools we want to build, and we can just have it, reducing the cost immediately. And since our team is building that and we don't have an addiction, we don't have an extra spend on our balance sheet. And the fourth one is about the flexibility. We can easily join the diagram as we're going to do it in a few minutes from now. And we can do the adjustments exactly as we want them to do. We can run our own tests, we can validate by ourselves, and we can move forward. And this is very important also since we're getting to the AI area in general. Because AI is new technology, but without the expertise of expert people, it doesn't give us the value that it's supposed to do, right? Let's talk about what is an AI agent. So an AI agent is an automated system that can understand, decide, and perform a couple of actions on our own behalf. What I used to say is that imagine you have just hired a super powerful person in your team. It costs you only the credits to run, and if you train him in the right way, in a few hours instead of months, he can go make decisions and complete a couple of tasks on your own behalf. It can keep you alarmed, it can complete things for you, and at the end, it saves us hours and hours every single day. A few things of those actions they can do is that they can take actions autonomously, which means that if we give them instructions how to perform an action, they can go and do it without waiting any specific condition. They just know it from our own instructions. Secondly, they can work goal-oriented, which means we can specify their role, telling them you are responsible for doing this and this and this, and these are your deliverables. So an agent can go and, while it runs in our process, bring us the solution for this purpose. Third is that it's environmental awareness. About that is that our agent, it can be easily adjustable in the environment it works. And the thing is that it's not that we build an AI agent for LinkedIn today, all right? The LinkedIn and the CRM data enrichment. This doesn't work the same for every single business. We need to make it more specific and more niche in our business. This kind of specialization, it comes very, very easily. And AI agents show us that they can adjust very easily. And since they are day by day learning by themselves, we can keep them up to date and improve their performance. And of course, they have learning capability. It's on our own hands to keep them self-trained and self-learning based on the experiments and the data we lead them. Here is a point about the AI stuff from my side, is that AI as a technology is mostly a data science technology. So it's important what data we feed to AI and how we ask them to use this data. These two things make huge difference. For people who work on sales, let's get more specific for this kind of workflows and businesses. The most common cases I saw and I worked in most recent time for salespeople are the data enrichment, the case study we're gonna see right now. Data enrichment is how can we get more and deeper details about the company, the industry, what's happened around this in a specific subject, and also we can get data and analyze from personal data and profile the people we're gonna go and talk. We can automate the lead scoring process, which is very important for salespeople because it lets them prioritize their resources or who are the most important leads and customers. We can have the personalization. How we achieve that is that it can handle tons of data for specific company and people, and we can ask them to adjust and clarify what is very important, which are the key points for this person, and let's create an email for our cold outreach for this specific person. And when the message is personalized and to the point, the engagement grows immediately. We can automate tasks for our team from task creation right after a conversation. For example, we deal for a couple of tasks with the client, and the AI agent can take the transcript, understand which tasks agreed, and process them in our task management system. This is very common and can also go and update existed tasks. This is totally possible. Intelligence gathering, the AI agents can handle the events easily and also make the adjustments of the job they have to do. So they put their intelligence feature up front and they do the adjustments making the decisions. Here we have a couple of concerns. Everyone who is in the AI domain, that it's very nice to use AI with their own intelligence, but the best thing is to use the human intelligence guiding them how to use in their decision making. So this is a key point for using this technology. And the sixth thing we can do is pipeline analysis. We can feed all the data about our pipeline and the workflow, and we can get incredible results, like hidden stuff we never thought about, and we can learn a lot about that. So we see in general huge improvements in the market, like 75% time reduction in most of the cases. We have at least 50% of time saving. And in terms of lead qualification, we see more than 3 times better results. But it's about how specialists set up this technology and deploy the technology and the business processes. A few things we can get help from an AI agent and the AI technology is to keep our CRM healthy, is by just running automated updates into the system in order to keep our data structured and clean. And this is important for our later analysis. We can automate the process of quoting and proposals. AI can generate easily PDF documents, make the adjustment based on what we discussed during the session with the client, and send it to the client. Of course, before we do the final delivery, we can have a human review to validate that the information inside this document are accurate, and we totally agree with that. And when we find something that we don't agree, we can make an improvement. We can have territory management, since we can run market analysis and find balanced territories for the market. It's an incredible tool, which is always useful for not only sales team, but all the teams in the business. We can use it for sales coaching, where we can use all the data generating day by day from our sales team and ask AI about what is working and what performs better for the business, and clarify all of these incredible things. And let's get started training ourselves based on that, because this is what it works. And of course, we can automate reporting processes. The first thing that I announced with AI tools was that they can generate easily incredible graphs from data. It's not only how we generate the graph, it's also how we translate and we get the messages from those graphs. Before we get into the case study to show you how it works, I would love to make a stop here for any questions, anything that is mentioned here.
Yeah, I think we can go on. And I will start the recording right now.
I see from Alex, important word choice here, low code frees you from dependency on Python. Yeah, thanks for correcting me, Alex. Like it. And this is true. This is what I want to say, the dependency on external partners.
Thanks, appreciate it.
So I guess we don't have any other question up. We have one from Lincoln. He said, when should we have a human in the loop? The human in the loop is a workflow. Basically, let's just start like this. We use the human in the loop into a workflow and an automation when we want to ask human to make a decision, right? And then based on this decision, the automation should continue running. That case where we use a human in the loop in our process, when we have the automation get started, it paused, waiting for the human input, and then it will continue right after human give us the response. For example, this is very useful when we want human to validate a report, or for example, the quote we want to send to the client. All right. So AI, let's say we had a conversation with the client. We use the transcript, fit it to AI, and ask them to create a quote for our services based on what we discussed, right? And then we get a PDF. So this PDF can be posted on our Slack with two buttons, like I read, liked or not liked, for example. So here is the human in the loop. Someone has to click the approve button, or someone has to give feedback to the system to make it better. But when we click approve, the automation can automatically use this document and deliver it to the client. So the human had to be involved in the process. Lincoln, let me know if it was clear to you, and I'll move to the next question from Alex. It's not 100% clear to me what the difference is between workflow and agent. Perfect. This question will be answered right now, switching to our Latenode. All right. So
recording in progress.
The workflow is a scenario we build. Usually we use the word workflow for to describe an SOP in our business, or a scenario that automates a process. All right. The agent is the intelligence we bring into this workflow. Right? So I just turn back to see the comments. So we can ask AI agent to complete a sub workflow on our own behalf. All right. But this is a sub workflow taken care from the agent. However, the main workflow remains a scenario. The more you use these tools, and the more you spend time, or not spend, you invest your time on learning and using these tools, the more familiar we get start with this terminology. So let me explain you here what I've done for today's presentation. For that case, we use a CRM developed on Latenode, for Latenode on Airtable. We have a form. The form, I will share it on the chat so you can go and use it. And this is the form that collects user information. You can use this form in order to submit your email at the top, so you will receive the results of the process. And you can give the first name, last name, and the company name for the person you want to learn more. For example, you can add here Dimitri's goodies and 3 nuggets to trigger the process. And leaving your email in here, you will get automatically an email response with the results. So when you submit the form, an Airtable automation triggers that webhook. We get the record details immediately. We just add for every single module, for every single step, we add a module. All right. So we get the record from our CRM. This is it. So at this moment, we know everything that was submitted. Then what we want to do is to go and search on LinkedIn for this first and last name. All right. So Dimitris is not the only person in the world, and specifically in the world of LinkedIn. There are few people with the same name. So this module will return us a couple of them. And then is where we need to add some intelligence using the AI agent. Where is it? Right here. So I have here the AI agent where I give him instructions like typing a text to someone who is going to read it and going to go and complete the action. Here is the data we have from LinkedIn. And I want you to find the person who, from this LinkedIn list of data, who work on the submitted company. So you mentioned the company name. And from these details, I want you to return me only the person who has a match, right? And I ask AI to be 98% confident, because in this way, it's his intelligence becomes more strict, and is important for their performance. So the agent also has an action here to it has the details to go and complete actions. The action we're asking him to complete is to go and using the URL of LinkedIn, we're asking to get the profile data. So on this step, we get the all the URLs from Dimitris Boudis. At this level, we select the right one, Dimitris Boudis, and we have the URL. And then we want to get all the profile data using those 2 modules. So we can get all the posts, we can see his comments on the to the other people, and so on. And where we want to use this data, because we want to specify the personality. So in the next step, AI agent will use this data right here, and I ask him to analyze this data and try to give me a response in all those questions. So I want to know what are the dominant personality traits inferred from this profile. Does this person seem more analytical or creative? Does their profile suggest they are more introvert or extrovert in a professional context? And a couple of other questions. Having the answer of those questions, I can have a nice profile for this person, so we can personalize my communication. I can be more prepared to talk with this person, and I can also type a better cold outreach email. Of course, here we can change the list of questions based on our experience. I am not a professional doing these questions, so these are the questions I also use. But usually, people who have the experience in that, they can give us an enriched list. For people who, I guess, you invest your time building stuff on a Latenode, before we move forward, I want to explain you how these modules work. We have three basic points. This is the point where we do the input. From here, we connect the module from where the agent receives the data. So from this module, from this path, actually, we feed the data in. And we can use all the data before this module. So I can use also something that comes from Airtable or anything else before here. This is the input. Here is the second data point where we have the intelligence. So here the agent performs the actions on our own behalf. So we add those actions down here and we connect them on the second, the middle one on the bottom point. Opening them, we have to use the from AI agent formula, because in that way we can guide the agent how to use the data. All right. And the third data point on the AI agent is the output. So from here, the agent sends the data, his results, into the next module. For the next module, we use the previous data, like previously. All right. It's important to guide AI exactly how we want them to think and what exactly we want them to do. The response test into JSON, and this is one way to structure the data, not something weird. It's how computers understand better the data. So it helps them to create JSON more easily, and also helpful for the workflow for us. So we use this module to convert this JSON into text, and from this right here, this action, we create the response in our responses table. So for every single question, we have the list of responses in here. Here are my tests. So at the end, the automation that is triggered from Airtable includes the question and the response back to you. The scenario is on, so feel free to submit a contact you want to know. I submitted my name for myself, added at the top my own email, so I was the receiver, added my name and last name, and also the company I work, 3 nuggets. So the AI agent ran through the workflow and gave me the results for those questions. So feel free to use it for your case. You will get the response right after when the agent is completed. Returning back to oops. Lincoln mentioned that the link isn't working. Let me see. Give me a moment, guys. Maybe it is from the settings on Airtable. Adding this chat, maybe I did incorrectly. Here is the new tested on. Give me a moment. the setting. This is a confusion. Because since I'm working on Airtable all the time, I don't check the privileges. This is the base. Turned accidentally. The link to the form, and I suppose now it works. Oh, where the form submissions. So feel free, guys, to and since we are waiting for your test experiment, let me know, guys, if you have any questions about how to use AI agent, anything you may have, any concern, or if you have any idea to drop here and discuss how we can build it on Latenode. Of course, we can do it for the rest of the time. Gonna be a player. From here, we can track the performance. Here's the history. I see that someone just submitted that. So we have one record on the queue. So we can track it. This is incredible for debugging purpose. Debugging means that when it fails, we see the log in here. So we can go and find it. So we can take the data and feed them again into the process and rerun the system. Come on, guys, feel free to submit the form and get the results and let me know how it looks to you. We have one question from Raisin. Is it possible of achieving this with Google Form and Google Sheet? 100%. Yes. I just use Airtable because I mostly use Airtable stuff. So for you, it's again the same. Rajan, you can set up the when the form is submitted, you can run immediately the webhook. But it can do exactly the same thing. Actually, Airtable is like a database totally similar to Google Sheets with the same functionality in the backend also. Lincoln, wonderful. The first question from Lincoln is, usually, what is a success rate for this particular agent? Success rate. What could you elaborate it more? What do you mean with success rate? Which means that finding the right person or completing the process? in your workflow, what is the difference between module 14 and 9? "14 and 9.
Nine. Oh, perfect. These are two actuals.
These two modules are a little bit different. What they do is that this one gets the profile data using the username. So this module returns the LinkedIn URL profile and the user's name. Agent recognizes who are the right person, right? And then he can ask for the data based on the name. And this one is a module that performs the same request using the URL. The core difference is that those modules return a couple of different things. As their responses include different information as fields. So why I use both of them? Because the more data I have, the better it is for me. Not for the agent, but for me. Because I can store this data in a knowledge base. 1 week ago, Latenode lost the RAG feature, RAG, which is actually the knowledge base for an AI agent. So we can feed all of this data in one place. We can do some data mining to make them better and more readable for AI agent, and then let agent to use this database to give us the responses. So that's why I added them on my workflow. I'm turning back. Success rate, finding the right person. From my test, because I tested it with multiple people, I found it to achieving on 95%. I had some cases where it wasn't able to find and recognize the right person. And I found that the reason for that was the setting of the LinkedIn profile of this person. So it depends how well structured the information on their LinkedIn profile is. And this is very important, guys, because there are many people who they don't care a lot about their LinkedIn. So what happens is that the information on their LinkedIn are not accurate, so we cannot use it. But in that case, it's not the problem on the AI agent. This is what it found. This is how it behaved. With those cases, we can, because right now LinkedIn gives us a nice task for something important. In those cases, how we can make it better? We can ask agent if he's not 98% of confidence, completing the workflow or recognizing the right person, or if the person doesn't have all information. So then run another workflow to collect the right data. So Lincoln, let me know if that was clear to you. I'm happy to elaborate it more. And I'm going to the Q3 from Lincoln. Does one need a premium LinkedIn account? No, the regular one, as Anna answered, it works pretty fine. You don't need anything specific. These modules actually work using Latenode's connection with other platforms in the background, so you're charged based on the AI credits you have. You see here two form submissions here succeeded. It took 1 minute and 10 seconds, 12 and 13 seconds. This is quite normal. If you see my historical data from today's tests, all of them take time. Why that? Because it depends on the AI agent capability. It's AI, it needs some time. Even when we use Claude or ChatGPT and we chat with these platforms, it takes some seconds to respond. Here we have more steps in the background, so it's quite normal taking that much. You two guys, you received an email on your email, so let me know the results. If you find them accurate, what's your feedback? Lincoln, wonderful. I have two questions. What helped you with prompting? Here is the Pareto rule. 80% does the job for the 20%, and the 20% can cover the other 80% failure. So for the 80%, I'm asking AI to do the structure of a prompt. Sometimes this approach, it works, but in most of the cases, I prefer to syntax the prompt on my own, by myself. Sorry. And the reason is that the other extra 20% is about the expertise. So if you ask me to do something where I don't have experience in doing that, I will ask AI to create me a prompt, and of course I will spend 20% of my time on improving it, so to bring it to perfection. But for the things I am confident and I have the experience, so I have the expertise on doing them, I will do it by myself from scratch. Now, what we have to think on prompting is that, first of all, we have to describe to agent, to the AI, how to use the data of the input, right? We have to be very, very strict on that. The second is to guide him and explain him the complexity of our database. Oh, nice. I saw the comment. The third thing about prompting is to explain them, like describing a workflow, what we want them to do. But this is very, very important. We have to be clear. What I do is, when I'm prompting for an agent, is that I'm thinking that I have a very capable, but with no sense of knowledge, little child. They can understand everything, but it depends on my message. So I don't give them any freedom for self-decisions. I just guide them how to do it, how to decide, and what information they have to use. All right? Hope that's helpful. I'm very glad to discuss deeper about prompting, because all the thing is about data and prompting, guys. This is important. And one more question from Lincoln is, I would love to try the agent in funneling, social media automation. Yes, of course, you can do it. Now, agents can recognize, I don't understand, to be honest, the funneling. From my marketing experience and the experience working with advertising teams and promotion teams, well, with the word funneling, they mean that how they distribute their messages in different funnels on social media, different social media. And they create multiple funnels on every single social media. So in that case, definitely your AI agent can understand what is the funnel, how it works. Like we mentioned it previously about the pipeline review. It can give you the data about what it works, what it doesn't work, and can also help you to recognize immediately alarming things. It will not think about a KPI you don't already know. You have to be there. You have to think about the smart KPI, and you have to ask them to do the calculation, bring into you, and based on this number, follow X, Y, Z actions. How that was helpful, Lincoln? everyone in the chat, guys, feel free to ask anything. Let you know if you're familiar using Latenode. What's your experience on that? What struggles you the most? We can solve it right here, because these challenges are short challenges. Everyone had them, even for me. When I get started for the first time using Latenode, I struggled with a couple of actions. I saw that this button here down here, the help and the live chat, is super helpful. It guides immediately how the things we have to take into account. So even if the message sounds quite technical, don't worry about it. Just follow the instructions and you will achieve on solving that. And of course, you can use the community. Anna, our community is too active on Latenode. I can say more about that, where you can visit the site, post there your question, and colleagues like us, we spend some time every single day, and we're very glad reviewing your question, guys, from everyone. I receive support from other colleagues. I share my knowledge with other colleagues. This is how community works. So we help each other to achieve our goals and go further. So don't hesitate, guys. Visit the community site. If you can, let's drop the community link on the chat.
Yeah, we have a Discord community, and guys, be active there, and definitely you will get support there. And we have very professional support team, so they try to answer any questions. Doesn't matter if it's beginner or an experienced user. And yeah, I'm sharing the link, but I will include to the color workshop. If you have never tried Latenode, then probably it will be your perfect moment to do it. Because can I share the screen, please? But please come share.
Yeah.
Because we have a special offer to our new users, and not only new users. Like if you're a new user, you can get 15% off for the first month of using Latenode, and we will submit all the blueprints that we have mentioned here for AI agents, so you can start not from the blank page, but using some template. Moreover, we have a huge list of templates that are actually integrated inside Latenode, so it will be it will be super easy to or how the price based on the template. I need to write it down because I will send it to you.
Anna? Is it me? I think line is broken. You're back.
I'm back. That'll. What else have? We're actually launching our big ambassador program, and if you guys want to share your pipelines and workflows on Latenode publicly, this can bring you some huge profits. If you want to do it, if you want to share the Latenode pipelines on Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, just let me know if you want to join this ambassador program. Dimitris, you don't know about it yet, but I will share information with you as well. But yeah, we're launching it, and guys, you can get some profits out of your activity. It was really cool. It was super interesting. I think I understood a bit more about AI agents actually, because I'm still learning. And yeah, guys, you will get all the information, all the recordings, all the blueprints, and of course, you will get contacts of Dimitri. So as soon as you have questions or you want him to help you with building AI agents, feel free to reach out to him on by email or on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'm adding my profile on LinkedIn on the chat. So guys, feel free to reach out for any questions. I'm very glad to connect with colleagues, solve questions, troubles, and challenges, because every business has challenges. And our goal here is to help each other make progress.
There is a question from Alex. I'll ask because why not? But the advantages of Latenode over Editan. Yeah, there are some advantages. It's one of my favorite questions. Beloved one, because it's so easy to answer. At first, we are much more cheap, I would say. 2, 3 cheaper. On uh, 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 I would say if you want to use price level with huge amount of data transactions and executions, then I know the record on my experience, the record was Latenode was 400 times 400 times cheaper than Anytime for big company. And after that, they decided just to switch from Anytime to Latenode. So yeah, because we have very special product architecture, I would say. We charge only for execution time, and it allows us to keep low price for workload execution. This first difference. The second difference is that we have really wish it better for AI agent building than Anytel, because we have a lot of special features that they don't have that allow to build AI agent infrastructure using just one tool instead of using a bunch of tools. And it feels, probably I'm wrong, but it feels that we have outperformed them on the number of connected apps, because we have 23 developers who are working on establishing, developing these app integrations daily. And yeah, we have I know it's amazing amount of amazing amount of integrations that we have. I think we have to recalculate, probably there are 1,000 already, because they're releasing every day something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say that Anytime outperforms Latenode outperforms Anytime in terms of features, pricing, and user experience, because we're a little bit more user friendly. Only charge for execution. Yeah. I think that's it. Actually, we have an article, bunch of articles comparing Latenode, Zapier, Make, or Anytime. If you guys are interested, I can include it into the follow-up, and you will just go through. Yeah. Okay. It's super cool. Thanks that everybody was so active. Thanks for asking questions, and thanks for this live discussion. Let's be all connected. Connect me and Wizris on LinkedIn, and let's grow our network of AI builders. And in a month, probably we'll have another workshop with another topic for AI agent building. So stay connected, follow our email updates, and updates on LinkedIn and social media. Thank you guys and have a great day. Thank Dimitris for this great workshop.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah. Bye guys. Bye.